to my family. I have some really bad news today. First of all, it's about Goldie from Minerva. I have a little sad news at the end of this. I hope you guys understand. She was born in Hospital de San Jorge, in Santurce, in Puerto Rico. Hospital de San Jorge. She was born on April 15, 1966. Her parents, Antonino Feliciano, and Nefori Feliciano. She was born after midnight, after 5, in the morning, after 9 a.m., after 10, 9:30, after 9:35, after 9:40, 9:36, she was born at 9:37 in the morning. Alright, she was put up for adoption on July 27, 1966. They never took her home. They left her at the hospital. She was put in the same agency that Richie was put in, the Puerto Nuevo Adoption Agency, which was open for 55 years. They closed down in 1981. There's no record of anything. They adopted her on August they adopted her less than a month later, on August 14, 1966. August 4, 1986. Her real birthday. Her real birthday is July 27, 1966. Four people adopted her. They were from Arecibo. They took her to Arecibo. They still alive, these people. They live in Arecibo. In the same house. They arrived from Arecibo. They still live in Arecibo. They named the name they named the girl without the last name in the agency was Sylvia, Sylvia. The last name was Polenta. Their last name was Polenta. She was Sylvia Polenta. And she arrived there on 4/15/1960. No, 4/15/1966. The day they got rid of her was 4/1966. They couldn't deal with her. She cried too much and she never smiled a lot. I'm sorry, I have a law. So they met this couple in a salsa concert before, and they were friends. So they gave the 20-year-old male and the 27-year-old male. They were 21 and 22. They gave it to their friends in Cabo Rojo. So they moved her to Cabo Rojo and April 15, 1961 to Cabo Rojo. She was with them for 2 years. And then she had to move out on November 7, 1997, back to they put her back in the Puerto Nuevo Adoption Agency in Puerto Nuevo. And another couple adopted her on January 8, 1973, adopted her again when she was 7 years old. A Mayagüez couple adopted her, age 23 to 23. They live in the Bronx now. When she was 6 years old, months and 5 on January 3, 1979, they abandoned her at San Jorge's hospital in the lobby. And there was no people, there's not security, nothing, there's just chairs. And she stood there. I know this is a sad story. They said they were going outside, they told her they were going to smoke a cigarette, but she was lazy, she had no feelings. To smoke a cigarette, and they left her in the lobby at 6:31 p.m. They got in their car and they left alone. She was sitting there, she didn't go to the bathroom, she wasn't hungry or anything. She sat there for 11 hours and 19 minutes and 57 seconds until they figured out that she was missing. The hospital took her in. Well, she's the only woman without piercings. She never had piercings. She's never got piercings. That's another. So have you an American Express card? You must have your real date of birth. I don't know. So the Hospital de San Jose took her for 1 week and 1 day. Then they took her to the same adoption agency on June 27, 1979, and she didn't get adopted until 1981 by Angel Luis and Titi Melu. They took her home on February 20, 1981. And now she's missing. She's alive, but she's missing and she's not around. Her biological son is comedian SNL Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson, she gave it to the dad. Pete Davidson is our cousin. It's your brother Mark, Alyssa, and Kimberly. Alright. So Melu was adopted. She didn't know Melu was born in Miami, Florida. Her real birthday is November 21, 1937. Please let her know her real birthday is November 21, 1937. She was born in Cartagena, Colombia. Tio Angel Luis was born on February 7, 1938 in Bogota, Colombia. Alright. And then here we got a timeline here. So 1982. All right, in 1980 they moved to Staten Island, the family, with her and the kids and everything. And in 1982 she met Edgar. They were neighbors, but they didn't date. In 1985 she met Kimberly's dad, which I know him. He lives on Mayhem Avenue. In the corner, there's a building at the end. He's 3 doors back. 3 doors back. He owns that home. Does he live in that one? Yes, in Mayhem Avenue, Country Club side. Kimberly's not with us either. Is she with Kimberly? 19. Did Kimberly take care? No. Okay. On January 23, she broke up with that guy. She broke up with 1986. On January 23, 1886, she broke up with that guy after she had Kimberly, and she started dating Edgar on February 4th, 2006, 1986. Sorry, and then she had Mark a little less than a year after, I think. Anyway, that's the story about Goldie. It's a sad story about an adoption story, but she's very weird. She's very fixated. The maniática, they used to say, the people that adopted her, she didn't want to eat something and stuff. And that community picture they have is not hers. They found that picture somewhere. That confession. I'll figure it out. The real truth is, in the Prudential Center, it's Planet Heaven that Jesus Christ takes care of. They have a transporter and backup that comes out. And the Seattle police watching, and her and Kimberly went in the transporter, and there's no way of coming back. So they're not coming back no more.